on the nature of your presentation as to how you wanted to use them. This is also the slide transition area. So as you've noticed throughout this presentation, we're moving from slide to slide to slide, and I control those with these arrows at the top of the screen up here. So I can move forward, I can move back, I can move to the end, I can move to the beginning, and those kinds of things. As you notice on the right-hand side, I could also give the participants access to roam on their own, or as in this case, to follow me. There's one other area of the screen that I wanted to show you, and this is the menu area at the top of the screen. Now, participants will not see the full menu area that the moderator sees, and that makes sense. The moderator has more control of what happens in this session. So this enables us to upload our PowerPoint slides, as I did here prior to my session. We can configure our polling options. As I showed you earlier, we could have the pace, we could have yes or no, we could have multiple choice, and I might build those polling checkpoints into my presentation. So I could put the questions on the screen, have the students poll, and then I could jump in with the results, for example. We have application sharing. So I'm going to switch over to application sharing right now and show you how that works. It takes a moment. This isn't dead space. It's the time it takes me to get application sharing up and running. First I have to find the application I want to share, and then I have to put it on the screen for you. So right now I'm sharing a Microsoft Word document, and what I then have to do is go to, in this case I'm going to pick the demo student, and I'm going to give control of this shared application to the demo student. So now I'm switching over to my laptop, and I'm actually a student in this particular case, and the student is now going to make some changes to this Word document, which is running off of my office computer. Okay, so this would be a great tool to use if you were teaching software. You had a file that was on one computer, and you wanted to give access to other participants. So I am now going to take that control away from the demo student, and I'm going to shut off application sharing and take us back to our main screen. In this tool, we can, up at the top here, we can also control simple quizzes. So we can create quizzes, multiple choice, true, false. We can deliver them online. We can hide the results. We can archive those results and or show them to the class if we wish. So again, something you can build into your presentation. We can also transfer files to participants. So in an open brainstorming kind of session, or even in a formal presentation format, we can automatically on the fly email files to all the participants because we've captured their email addresses at the beginning. We can take participants on a web tour. So I can activate the web tour tool, and I can push a website out to everybody, so you are taken away from Elluminate Live and directly into a web browser, which I can control, or I can give control over to you. We also have webcams, so I will turn on my webcam. So you're now seeing me in my office. This is a nice-to-have feature, maybe at the beginning of a session where you want to allow people to see the presenter. The value of a talking head has to be weighed against the value of the screen real estate, though. Individual participants can move it around the screen or can minimize it. And you can also have multiple video feeds at the same time. So the person who's speaking would show in the upper area of the screen where you're seeing me now, and the other participants would show beneath. So I'm going to shut that feature off right now because we don't need it on our screens. And that brings me to the end of the substantive body that I wanted to show you about Elluminate Live in 5 minutes or less. So I'm going to hand the microphone back to Will.
So much, Brian. That was great. We've seen some quite lengthy presentations from Elluminate, but this really sums up the features. And I think, you know, as I've gone around to the various campuses and talked to various people, this is a tool that a lot of them are getting very excited about. So I just really want to thank you for your time and the preciseness of your presentation. We really appreciate it.
Okay, that's great. Thanks a lot, Wilf, and enjoy your experiences with Elluminate. I'm logging off now. Bye-bye.
I'm Val Waftel. I'm with the Community and School Support Program. We have been using Elluminate in a collaborative project with several other colleges throughout BC, a project spearheaded by Douglas College. We meet as a team about every 4 to 5 weeks. We found that Elluminate is an excellent resource for sharing documents. It allows us to have efficient and structured meetings. It can be used anywhere there's a computer connection, and the only real cost to our program has been a couple of sets of good headphones. I would like to see Elluminate for my students. It would be very helpful for mini tutorials, for question-answer periods, and possibly student presentations.
Hi, my name is Krista Rook, and I'm an instructor and practicum supervisor with the CNC Medical Laboratory Technology Science program. As one of my duties as practicum supervisor is to monitor, supervise students in practicum. Our students go to clinical after 3 semesters here at the college. They're spread out throughout the province in 3 health authorities. They're as far as Fort St. John, Cranbrook, and Vancouver. As you can imagine, conducting site visits to our students in clinical takes time away from our instructional duties here at the college. Also, during the winter, adverse road conditions are a factor, and the distance as well dictates that we have to do a lot of our travel by air. We could reduce the number of our site visits, which currently is set at 2, to save time and money, but student contact is important to ensure success with our program. Face-to-face contact is preferable, but seeing someone's face, in my opinion, is the next best thing. Blackboard Colaborate is a good alternative to these face-to-face meetings. Not only is it employing a program that the students are already comfortable using, and that's Moodle, but also it would enable us to have more frequent meetings with our students. The MLTS program is looking forward to utilizing Blackboard Colaborate.
Hi, my name is Grace. I work at the Institute for Learning, Teaching and Research. In my position, I am the Educational Technology Instructional Skills Coordinator, and in that position I support faculty and staff not only on Prince George campus but the regions as well. During my day, the faculty and staff in Prince George can just stop in anytime they need a little help with their software training. For the regions, it makes it a little bit more difficult, as it takes a day to travel to each one of the campuses, even if the training's only half an hour. So if I was using something like Elluminate, I could eliminate the travel and work with them virtually. I could even work with multiple campuses at the same time. Then I could record that training session for use at a later date. In the wintertime, it makes it really challenging to go to the regions just due to the bad weather. So I could see this Elluminate as being a platform where I could do training in a safe environment